The Root of Health is one of Oakville's many natural health clinics, but what makes it unique is Kelly McCardle. She is a certified yoga rehab therapist.
Yoga is usually a bunch of people in one room doing the same yoga poses together. Yoga therapy is one-on-one. So it's for people who are not going to generally make a regular yoga class because they have other issues such as chronic pain, or maybe they're suffering from chronic health conditions, limited mobility, people who've never done yoga and are a little bit nervous to start at a regular class, or even people with mental health issues like depression and anxiety.
Often very complicated issues begin with the basics.
One of the things that I get them to do right away is to teach them how to breathe, which I know sounds ridiculous because we're walking around breathing all the time, but the breath is one of the quickest ways to affect the physiology of the body. So if I can teach them to take a longer, deeper breath more often throughout the day, it starts to actually make a difference in their mood and in their emotional body. So I would start with that and then get them to do some. Depression is different from anxiety. Anxiety is very overwhelmed and very anxious, obviously, sort of being. So I would use a different series of poses for them as opposed to depression. So with depression, I would want to get them moving because generally with depression, you're much more stagnant. I would get them moving, doing lots of forward folds, lots of back bends, and teach them also to identify with what sorts of thoughts are going through their minds at different times. Because the thoughts, they are not always real and they're not always right. So we start to challenge thinking patterns as well.
By the end of a busy workday, we've all felt a little bit of anxiety, so that's where we started.
So imagine that your spine is going up towards the sky, and then on your exhale, you lean yourself forward slowly. Is that the right height for it so you can breathe still?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, good. And then I put this on top to help ground you even a little bit more. Okay. So then I would talk to you just about following your breath, starting to take in some longer, deeper breaths.
And it's not just mental pain. Yoga therapy also helps to stimulate physical issues.
Back pain, for instance, we would still do a lot of we'd still look into the mental, because often with back pain, that the person is usually stressed. And they've got too much on their shoulders, they've got too much on their back.
Kelly has a chronic issue herself and found yoga really helped, which is why she transitioned from a counseling therapist to a yoga therapist.
I took the training and I've never looked back.
She practices in both Milton and Oakville, and for more information you can visit rootofhealth.ca. For Halton Insider, I am a much more relaxed Krista Sharpe.